Okay. Just adjust the camera there. Want to get rid of your bad habits. The easy method. The easy way. Yeah. Sorry for the clickbaity title, but I'm gonna be honest here. There is no easy route. There is no easy way. There is no click of a button that will suddenly get rid of all your problems, like whoof, magic. That's not a thing. And if there is, chances are it's not good. Anything that's worth the change will take time and will take effort. However, I can pass on advice which will make the process smoother and will help. It's not a click of a button, easy as that, your problems go away, but view it like this. Trying to break bad addictions, habits, like weed, video games, porn, alcohol. Trying to break it on, full on, head on, having a porn blocker, all this kind of stuff. After those 5 hours on that porn blocker, you're just going to be more wanting to go back onto it. So that's not really a key. Trying to break them head on is difficult. That's like swimming upstream. However, what I can tell you is there is a way so where you still have to swim the length that you want to do, you still have to put in the effort when you swim, but rather than swimming upstream, you'll be swimming with the stream, you'll be swimming with the tide. You still have to put in the same amount of effort, and you still have to go the same length, but it will make the process easier. And that's how I can help you. This is a way to make breaking habits easier, but it's not going to be a click of a button, disappear, woof, like magic. That there isn't, things that are like that probably aren't worth it. First, I want you to understand what position you're in. You were probably like me a few months ago. You probably viewed bad habits when every time you went onto porn, every time you went onto video games, every time you smoked that joint, you probably, at the back of your mind, somewhere, probably thought, I know this isn't healthy for me. But you probably just didn't really care. You knew it was unhealthy for you, but you were like, well, I'm here anyway, so. Every time I went on video games, I was thinking, oh, this is unhealthy for me, but at the same time, I don't really care. Makes me feel good. That instant gratification makes it so difficult to break these bad habits. And I want you to understand that you are in that position. If you're watching things like this, people like Hamza, people like Iman, it will probably be a punch to the gut, because it will open your eyes and realize every time you have that thought when you go on a video game and you think, I know this is probably unhealthy, but I don't really care. You'll suddenly think, wait, actually, I do know the result of this, and it actually does suck. You'll start, and the thing is, you'll notice that this is a bad addiction when you get to this point in your life. First stage, we'll do video games as for an example. First stage, you're playing video games, it's all wholesome, you go on it and it makes you feel really good, and after you finish playing video games, life is good, you feel great. You can't wait until you're next on the video game. You're thinking about the video game as soon as you get off. And then this is when things start to get bad. The second stage is when in your addictions there comes less enjoyment than there was. Perhaps you were like me, who was on my Xbox every single day, and then one day, after years of just being on the Xbox every single day, I got to the point where I played a game that I used to love. I mean, love. Like, you probably heard of it, Destiny 2. Loved it so much. And then one day I sat there, laid back, playing video games, crisps everywhere, my room a mess, like an unhealthy mess. Right now it's still a mess, but like it's a mess with like gym stuff. So when I sat here and I went on Destiny, I suddenly just went, I'm not having fun. I'm not enjoying this anymore. A game that I used to enjoy every single day, I sat there and went, I'm not enjoying this. I was playing it, but I had like no emotion in me. It was like an emptiness void. I was just playing, not really there. And then I realised, fuck, this is bad. This is bad. My addictions now come to the point where even my addictions, which helped me escape from reality, became a worse reality. My addictions suddenly became where they didn't have any enjoyment anymore in them. Video games aren't just how they were anymore. Once you get to that point, that's when you realise, okay, yeah, my position is really fucked. And that will probably be a punch to the gut. That will suck. Once you realise how fucked of a position you're in, then you realise, okay, yeah, change is needed. That's what I want you to understand and realise first. Because if you don't understand this, trying to break those habits are going to be extremely difficult. If you don't understand this, what I've just said, chances are you don't even want to break those habits yet. You don't even see the point. You still don't care. And this is something that once I realised this, I sat down and really tried to think about why I was so addicted to these bad habits. Weed, alcohol, gaming, porn. And I wanted to understand why. And then I came across the analogy binging. And I realised, okay, that's it. That's why. I would binge watch a new Netflix series for like 3 days straight. And they're like 40-minute episodes, and it's like 3 seasons of like 20 episodes. I would binge it 3 days straight, every single time, episode after episode, no breaks. Only a break to go get more food, because as I was watching these, I would eat the whole time. I would binge eat snacks. Really just unhealthy shit. And then I sat there and thought, why did I do this? Why did I binge watch Netflix? Why did I binge eat? And I realised it was because of comfort. It gives you a sense of comfort. It escapes reality. Because your reality, your real life, like mine, probably sucks. I'm just going to be honest, it probably sucks. Mine did. So when I watched Netflix and ate food and went on video games, it gave me comfort. It helped me escape reality. Hell, why wouldn't you want to escape reality when your reality sucks? If you had a way to escape it for a brief moment, I would take it. Especially if it was as easy as a click of a button. No effort required. And the thing is, I ate during Netflix when I was watching. And I knew it was because of comfort, because I wasn't even hungry. I was eating snacks when I wasn't even hungry. I sat there thinking, why am I eating as I watch Netflix? I'm not hungry. I just had lunch. I'm not hungry. And then that's when it came blatantly clear. It's because it's a way of giving you comfort, a way to escape reality. Because chances are your real life, your mental health, sucks. And this was a few of the big things that actually helped me turn the tide and swim with the stream when I'm trying to break my addictions. I realised that mental health is an actual thing. I realised that when I go on video games, when I binge Netflix, when I do drugs, when I drink alcohol, I realised that this will affect my mental health. I realised mental health is an actual thing. And once I realised that these aren't helping. I wanted to figure out what the problem was, and I figured it out. You want to escape reality by using these addictions, these bad habits. And they do. They help you escape reality for a brief period of time, but when you come back and you finish binge watching Netflix, you come back to reality and you still feel as bad as you was before, because your reality hasn't changed. Your life still sucks. So when I realised that mental health is an actual thing, and if you improve your mental health and improve your reality, then I realised, Well, if you fix your reality and your mental health, you don't even need to go to your addictions. Because the reason they're so nice is because they give you a sense of comfort and a brief period to escape reality and your mental health, because your mental health sucks. So if you fix your mental health, that just gets rid of the whole cycle. You don't even turn to your addictions. Because, well, they bring you down. If you fix your life, you don't need them to escape reality, because reality doesn't suck. And that probably sounds way too good to be true. And genuinely, when I started to fix my mental health, start doing videos like this, start working out, when I actively tried, I realized I didn't even have time for my bad habits. I didn't even think about them. And I didn't mean that. That just came naturally. I didn't even know that that was a thing until I started thinking. I was like, oh shit, I've been on video games less. Huh. I did not realize that. Back to self-improvement. Right after. Oh shit, I've not been binge watching that new Netflix series that came out. And I've not been eating as I watch it. Huh. I didn't even realize that. I noticed that these changes in my life started happening once I started improving my mental health. Once I realized that mental health was a thing. So I figured, oh, okay, so once I start focusing on self-improvement, I don't even have time for my addictions. Fill your life with things that are going to help you view life in a better way. Fill your life with things that make you feel good in a productive way. Don't video game all day, because after that you won't feel good. If I do a workout, yeah, it's difficult as I do it, but after a workout I feel great. Fill your stuff with life like that. And trust me, before you even know it, you realize you won't even have time for your bad addictions. And I think another little tip that helped me is one, dopamine detox. Dopamine detox, it massively helped. It's like resetting your brain almost. No, it is like resetting your brain. And some people really needed that. I needed it. I needed my brain to just be completely reset, because these addictions you have, these bad habits, have been ingrained for years upon years. There is no quick, easy fix, because that's years of addiction. It's difficult to break. So when I realized, okay, in that case, I kind of wish I could just reset my brain, go back to before it even started. And I realized you can. Dopamine detox. This is a way to reset your brain. And when you're doing a dopamine detox, or when you're focusing on improving your mental health, or focusing on self-improvement, I want you to keep in your mind to see yourself as that guy throughout your every single day-to-day life. See yourself as that guy. Don't see yourself as the guy who's trying it. Just straight up see yourself as that guy. The guy who's disciplined, the guy who does that dopamine detox, the guy who is heavily focused on self-improving. Don't view yourself as the guy who's like, oh, I'm just trying it. Because then you will fail. You will fail. It's like I've used this analogy before. It's like when you have a cigarette. If you're quitting cigarettes and you go to a party and then your friends peer pressure you to have a cigarette and you tell them, oh no, I'm quitting, they're going to still peer pressure you, because you've given them the idea that you're quitting. So you have the idea of failure. Compare it to the person who goes to that party with his friends and then they say, oh, go on, have a cigarette. And instead you say, oh no, I've quit. I don't smoke. Now I'm going to peer pressure you again, because that's you basically telling them, nah, fuck off. I do not smoke. I quit. See yourself as that guy, not as the guy who's trying things, because then you have the idea of going back in your mind, of failing, of getting out of it. That is basically what changed my life. When I did dopamine detox, I viewed myself as that guy. And viewed it as just a part of my life. That is my life now. And once I started improving my mental health, my physical health, my financial wealth, and started resetting my brain for the better, I didn't even realize, but the bad addiction started to become further away without even realizing it. Because if you, and this makes sense, if you fix your mental health, improve your mental health, so where you have a healthy mind will make healthy decisions. That just makes sense, doesn't it? So if you have a healthy mind, it's not going to choose unhealthy decisions, which are your bad addictions. So it's going to choose healthy decisions, which make your life feel good, and you don't need a reason to escape it. Okay. I know this was probably a little bit of a longer video. If you like this video and you like the content like this, there'll be a video that pops up in the corner over here, and it will be another little thing that can help you on your journey to self-improvement. Do the best every single day, especially when when that moment you don't want to. That's when you should go do it. That's when you should go do it. Do the best you can. Love you all.